Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croy Dragon, and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. If you're wondering why my glasses are on my forehead, I just got in from a walk and I haven't transitioned back from sunglasses to regular glasses, so let's just get going. Who are you? Oh, me? Just a passing gentleman concerned about his damsel in distress. He turned to lament. Let's try that again. He turns to the man, his expression calm, his eyes flashing dangerously. Now, shall I teach you gentlemen a lesson? He's got a sword! What? Come back here, you coward! The two of us can take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I'm not the type to show mercy. This is way too much trouble for a little gold. Are you alright, my lady? You found her! The boy from yesterday. A little slow, aren't you, kid? Don't call me that. These two know each other. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. My head is pounding and my feet feel simultaneously like they are frozen and on fire. My stomach rumbles, the hunger coming back with vengeance. My body feels light. Princess? Princess! Any parfait will be able to help her. Hello, Alex. Hey. Hey. Come on up. Come on. Are you just gonna sit there, or are you gonna come up? Come on. What are you doing? There we go. Lady Parfait will be able to help. You're right. We need to move now, before anyone else sees us. Yeah. Hang in there, princess. Everything is fading. A dream? What is that in your hands, Miranda? It was hurt. I just wanted to help it, but it died. It's all my fault. It's not your fault, my love. It died because it was weak. But this is the world, Miranda. Only the strong survive. The weak get cast aside to die. You are not weak. You are strong, my crown princess, and you do not cry. Now wipe your tears. I don't want to see you cry again. Do you understand? Yes. Now get rid of that thing and wash your hands. Did you not hear me, child? Yes, mother. Oh, you're awake. Where am I? This isn't my room. My hands fly to my chest, where the little glass slipper hangs from my neck. It's down here. Are you okay, miss? This girl is the maid that tore Dolores' dress. The one I fired for her clumsiness. Miss? To think that I would meet her again like this. Leave me alone. Right, of course, here's some salve I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Now what? Haven't thought at all, have you, Ice Princess? You! Suddenly there she is. Dolores stands before me with a snide smile, looking happy with herself. She is the cause of everything I have been through. Huh. Whatever. All the pain, heartache, and hunger. It is her fault. I try to stand, thinking to give the witch a piece of my mind, but as soon as my feet touch the floor, pain shoots up my legs. I end up falling back to the bed. Ow. You should be more grateful to the girl you just scared away. She's been taking care of you for the past 2 days. 2 days? I've been passed out for 2 days? I'm suddenly vibrating with anger. Remove the curse. Now. Ha! Do you think you can just command me to remove the curse in your best princess voice? What do you want? Gold? What I want is more than all the gold you could summon in any princess. Besides, haven't you read your fairy tales? The caster cannot take a curse back. You need to focus on breaking the curse yourself if you want your life back. Mother burned the books before I could read more than 1 or 2 of them. And there Alex goes. I do not think either involved curses, just genies and trading away your voice for legs. Oh, so she's read one of the Arabian Nights stories and The Little Mermaid. Ah, it's good that you're awake, princess. Or Faye, should you really be up and about? Don't fuss, I'm feeling much better. Are you a witch as well? Oh no, my name is Forfait, and I am a fairy. A witch and a fairy in one room, being friendly with one another? Impossible. Oh, look at her face. You weren't expecting that at all, were you, princess? What is going on? I'm sure you will have many questions, princess. How do you know I am the princess? Don't be silly. She's a fairy. Of course she knows. I promise we'll do our best to answer your questions. I don't even know where to start. Seriously, you're going to ask that? I wouldn't have asked if I knew the answer. Hold on. Should have taken care of that echo a while ago. You have such a temper on you. Very well. This one's got a simple answer. It's because you're a cold-hearted, cruel and wicked princess who deserves to be punished. Delora! A curse is the only way to change your horrid ways. Delora, you could have put that more nicely. I'm pretty sure I was already being nice. Change? Why do I need to change? Are you completely unaware of how heartless you are to other people? The coldness you show to your step-family and your father? The way you treat Princess Emma Legny. Hold on. Log, okay. Why would they need to be treated any differently? You need to prove that you have some goodness in you, princess. Some smidge of kindness. Why? People show you kindness when they want something from you. The instant they get what they want, they'll just throw you away. The necklace you've got is one of Cinderella's glass slippers. To break the curse, you must get the second slipper. Complete the pair. And how do I do that? By doing 3 good deeds. What? It's a very easy thing to do. And it's for someone who knows how to be good. 3 good deeds? What does that even mean? I wouldn't even know where to start. Take heart, princess. Goodness is innate in everyone. Are you sure that's the case with this one? Delora, you are not helping. I am a witch, and I think I have more goodness in my big toe than she has in her entire body. Now you're just being mean. For every good deed you accomplish, you will get a piece of the glass slipper. When you've gotten all 3, you'll complete the pair and the curse will break. Simple. I suggest you start by polishing that attitude of yours. Oh jeez, I suggest you start by polishing that attitude of yours. Yeah. I think you know the answer to that one already, princess. To answer that one, give you a bit of a history lesson. Oh, I've got this one. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were 2 crystals. Dramatics aside, there is one crystal in the kingdom called the Crystallum Lucis. It was powered by happiness and love. The other is the Crystallum Tenebrarum, powered by fear and anger. The strongest of the witches is the Tenebrarum bearer. The strongest of the fairies is the Lucis bearer. Parfait is the Lucis bearer. I take in Parfait's frail and sickly appearance. She is the strongest fairy. The Great War damaged me. My powers are a fraction of what they used to be. And with no child, I have no successor to my burden. What does a bearer do? The bearers regulate the energy of the crystals and keep the balance between darkness and light. For centuries, the fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom, until a certain human decided to be a pest. Who was he? I knew him as Hans Gabriel Grimm. He wrote the fairy tales, and he started a feud between the witches and the fairies in the process. Okay, hold on here. It's not even. Okay, so the name's a combination of Hans Christian Andersen. Who was it that wrote Beauty and the Beast? Gabrielle and Suzanne de Villeneuve and around the Brothers Grimm. Well, I mean, I suppose that explains the stories that were written by the Brothers Grimm, and that were not being featured in this. Not that Cinderella was. Charles Perrault wrote that, and there's predecessors to that story, dating back to ancient Egypt. How could a single person have so much power? It was the power of his words in Grimm's stories. The witches were always evil. The humans naturally grew to fear and hate them. They began to hunt them down. Didn't the witches fight back? We aren't allowed to use our powers to cause harm. Great. We aren't allowed to use our powers to cause harm. But that all changed when the Cinderella bearer decided revenge was more important than our promise. The witches, the witches took over the kingdom. They created a fairy tale curse to spread even more sadness and anger, to fill the human heart with negative emotions, all to fuel the power of the Tenebrarum. The delicate balance of harmony between the crystals was broken. The witches and the Tenebrarum grew far stronger than they were ever meant to be. We had no choice but to fight. And then the Great War happened. The Tenebrarum bearer was eventually defeated. The Great War was ended with the help of an unexpected ally, but many lives were lost. The good witches suffered horribly. We still have wrong voice. We still have to stay hidden in the hopes of having any kind of peace. Are you trying to make me believe that there are good witches? The Tenebrarum can poison the heart and mind into darkness and cruelty. The witches put themselves at risk in risking. That's right again. The witches put themselves at risk in working with the Tenebrarum and maintaining harmony. Some inevitably are corrupted. Many good witches were corrupted during the. Many good witches were corrupted during the war. Most remain that way. Many do not believe it, but witches can be just as kind as fairies. And yet it wasn't a fairy that cursed me. I've done good by cursing you, princess. You'll thank me when you've broken it. Talora was not corrupted by the Tenebrarum. She's as good as they come. Hopefully you'll come to see that for yourself. I doubt it. Apart from my own inherent goodness, Parfa A and I are working together because we have a common goal, which is to restore the balance between darkness and light. 3 good deeds and I get my life back. Easier said than done. You said Cinderella, didn't you? Didn't she just go to a ball and find a prince? What does doing good have to do with that? Going to a ball and finding a prince is also old-fashioned, no fun in that. Cinderella is a girl with a pure heart. She's always willing to help others, even when they are cruel to her. Anyway, I have brought some clothes for you. I'll leave them on the table. We'll be waiting outside. There are some people I'd like you to meet. I cannot believe this. I looked down at my neatly bandaged feet. I have to admit that while sore, they were nowhere near as painful as they had been 2 days before. Here's some salve I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Why would she even care? I was the reason she lost her job at the palace. Oh, she probably doesn't remember me as the princess. But still, she has no reason to do such things for me. I ignored the salve for the time being, and gingerly stand up, testing my feet for pain. The injury is definitely healing. I slowly walk over to the table and change into the clothes that have been left there. The dress is nowhere near as luxurious as the ones that I wear in the palace, but still it is far improved from my rags. All my life I've never had to lift a finger, and now I will not let them see how much they have rattled me. I refuse to break. Just watch me, I will free myself from this curse. What is this place? There were several people in the room chatting amiably with each other. I noticed the girl had left me. This one again. I noticed that the girl. This one again. I noticed the girl that had left me in the south by the counter serving me drinks. But as soon as the people in the room noticed me, the room falls into immediate silence. Well, look what we have here. The Ice Princess herself. Huh? They know who I am? I didn't think it was true. Cursed for her cold-heartedness. As to be expected. You remember who I am, and yet you still treat me like this? Well, you aren't really a princess anymore, are you? You're one of us now, girl. Everyone, please, you shouldn't be treating a newcomer like this. Princess, let me apologize. They mean no offense. I cannot believe that. Not when the people Parfait is referring to simply smirk and shrug as I meet their gazes. What is this place? Welcome to the Marchen Tavern, a home for those with a fairy tale curse. You make it like some kind of holiday house. Don't ruin my moment, Delora. Marchen Tavern. The Marchen was built 3 years ago, when the number of cursed and Angel continued to rise. The goal is to gather those affected, so they might help each other break their curse. Of course, I am also here to provide help as necessary. Only the cursed and those allied with our cause can stay here. The evil and wicked can never find this place. Most of the people here are cursed. How come these people remember who I am? The curses are not affected by the conditions of someone else's curse. Your condition is simple. Everyone has forgotten you are the crown princess. But because these people are cursed, they still remember your title. It goes without saying that fairies and witches are also not affected. Come, princess, let me introduce you to the few boarders we have at the Marchen. Parfait beckons the serving girl over. This is Annis. She helps out in the Marchen and does most of the cooking. I'm sure you'll understand why she's working here now. I believe she deserves an apology. Miss Delora, what are you talking about? Don't you worry your sweet little head over it. You don't remember what this Ice Princess did to you? Huh? I've nothing to apologize for. Clumsiness does not befit a palace maid. I only did what was necessary. Well, it's nice to meet you, Princess. I'm Annis Willow. I hope we get along. Um, really? This is how you're going to start doing good? I don't believe I asked for your opinion. Please, you two, no fighting. I hold my tongue as Parfait leads me to two people whose faces are incredibly familiar. They are faces I have seen in the palace before. This is Jurian Valiente and Garland Belrot. I don't even know which is which. Like I can ever remember. How do you know? Both of you were in the Order of Caldera. That's right. They were two of Sir Alcastar's best knights. It was a big surprise when they both left a year ago. I only found out recently that it was because they acted against Sir Alcastar's orders. They were stripped of their titles and dishonorably discharged from service. What are you two doing here? We help the fairies. They and Annis are exceptions and are allowed in this tavern without the curse. Jurian and Garland lend us their strength to help protect the Marchen. Protect? From the witches. They do anything to make sure their curses remain unbroken. And what about you? I am an exception. Also, I'm good. You keep forgetting the good part. Remember, not all witches are evil. Your curse is a test. A test? Originally, the wicked were cursed so they could learn to change. Their curses were meant to teach them a lesson. I'm hoping your curse will teach you a lesson too, Ice Princess. I'm really only trying to help you. I don't need you to show me how to change. I just want my life back. Yeah. Well, to do that, you'll have to break your curse. Try and make some friends, Princess. They might be able to help you break your curse. Oh, I'd love to hang around and watch the princess try to be friendly. We have work to do, Delora. Fine. Try not to make any more enemies, Princess. The instant Faye and Delora leave the room, the temperature drops several degrees. Now that I am alone, I feel the cold stares return. Disgust, contempt, as if I am the reason they are cursed, and I have to take refuge in the Marchen in the first place. Make friends? All I've ever had are my dolls. I've never needed friends. I would break this curse on my own. I was told it was rude to stare. One man suddenly stands up, the anger apparent on his face. His hands clench and unclench into fists as he glares at me pointedly. Jermaine and Garland place themselves in front of me, shielding me from the man. You know the rules. What happened in the past stays in the past. And no one is allowed to harm anyone in the Marchen. If you cannot comply, you are no longer welcome here. No matter, the Ice Princess will get what's coming to her. He throws one last glare my way before sitting down again. Break the rules and you'll get what's coming to you. That goes for everyone here. Julian's tone is cold and firm. There's no doubt that she means what she says. So these are the great knights of the Order of Caldera. The merchant begins to settle down, and everyone eventually goes back to their conversation and meals. I walk towards an empty table, realizing that I am being deliberately ignored. I become immersed in my thoughts as I sit down. One thought, however, comes to me immediately. They hate me. They hate me somehow when I've only ever left the palace twice in my life. How did this happen? The only people who treated me with any respect were Annis, Durian, and Garland. Is it because they cannot remember who I am? Maybe being in the Marchen is not such a good idea. I doubt anyone here wants to help me break my curse. They'd probably rather see me suffer under its weight. 3 good deeds? How am I supposed to complete 3 when I do not even know if I can accomplish 1? May I join you? I look up and stare in shock at the beautiful lady from the toy shop. Her beauty still manages to take my breath away. What is she doing here? You were in the toy shop. Ah, yes, I was picking up some items for a friend. I'm humbled you still remember me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Miss Karma. Your name is Karma? A suitable name for someone as beautiful as me, no? Karma, your narcissism is going to scare the princess away. Oh, you are that magician boy. Boy? How appropriate, boy. Call me that one more time and I'll ruin that pretty face of yours. You wouldn't hit a lady. How savage. Oh, I know stuff. Anyway, I'm Lord Crest. Well, I have the Neverland curse. Okay, now that one, I'm gonna go on record. That one doesn't make any sense. Wasn't written by Hans Christian Andersen. Wasn't written by what's her name? Who wrote Beauty and the Beast? and was not written by the Brothers Grimm. What about you, Princess? What's your fairy tale curse? Does everyone share what their curse is? We talk about it freely in the Marchen. The whole point is helping each other break our curses, after all. How do you do that if we keep our fairy tales quiet? He pauses and narrows his eyes slightly. Well, some people keep their fairy tales a secret. He eyes Karma briefly, cocking an eyebrow. The smile never leaves Karma's face. Has anyone ever managed to break their curse? I've been told that a few have. A few? That's not very reassuring. Well, at least the curses can be broken. Well, at least the curses can be broken. I cannot particularly say that reassures me either. What ails you, darling? Is it your curse? You can talk to us about it. Tell us what it is. Cinderella. Well, a version was written by the Brothers Grimm, so I guess that counts, but that came after the Charles Perrault version. Oh goodness, Cinderella. That explains the nature of your curse. Only it's been reversed, hasn't it? Riches to rags. I mean, not really. Her father was a merchant in some versions, so it's not really rags now, is it? That's one way of putting it. That's one way of putting it. Karma, you're not helping. You really are better off ignoring him, Princess. He mostly speaks nonsense. And that's why I went ha when Karma called himself a lady. He, Princess, Parfait's voice takes me by surprise. I didn't even notice her entering the room again. May I speak with you? Okay, good place to save. And for today, I'm Brian Croy Dragon signing out. Stay straight.